All right. What I want to do is I want to talk to people about the concept of going into a store. If like the whole gang stalking thing, if you feel you're being gang stalked or you feel you're being monitored, no matter what you did, if you're an activist, you could be a politician. You could work for a corporation. You yourself could have been somebody who did something like this. You could have participated in it. You could be a part of some sort of intelligence network or something like that. The average people who participated are just like regular people who probably get paid, $50 an hour or $100 or whatever to do or follow somebody or walk by somebody in a store. They like to make the gang stalking people look to play the role as some sort of agent or whatever like that. None of these people. There's a small majority of these people who would be a card-carrying member of like the FBI or the Central Intelligence Agency. I doubt any of them are. I really do. Maybe they're retired or something like that. And they're just trying to make some extra, bucks on the side, trying to moonlight or something. But for the majority of the people doing this, it's just like just young people. A lot of older people do it too. But they'll follow you in stores. People who work in stores. I go into a store. I tell them what's up automatically. Like when I walk into a store and I know that the people at the store have been told to watch me. I tell them like who I am, what my name is. I tell them why this is happening. Like my perspective of why it's happening. And I tell them to look me up on the internet. And I mean, it is what it is. When I first started doing that, the people who work at the stores were seeming like treating me like I was like some sort of shoplifter or something like that. And then after doing it to a few stores, they were still watching me, but they were acting very nice about it because I guess they had been told, when I go and talk to them or whatever. But I've gone to restaurants before. Like I went to Burger King. I told the people straight up, man, you know, I I know you've been told I was going to come in here and all that stuff, but don't put anything on my food. And they did it anyway. And then I tried to scare them. I told the people like, I'm going to the FBI. And all that. There's nothing you can really do. If they put something in your food, there's no way you're going to be able to prove it or anything like that. It's just like, whatever. But so try to work that out. Some people who get gang stalked never had it that extreme. I mean, I've had helicopters fly over my house. I've had my food drugged. I remember walking down the street one time, man. It was like 30 cars come in. They all had their headlights on. They were all gang stalking me. Psychologically, I know I'm the best person to get gang stalked. Cause I'm the best it doesn't break me. I come from I come from here. You know what I mean? But it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't break me. Psychologically, it's made me stronger. If I look at myself 1 year ago and I look at myself today, I'm 10 times stronger than I was a year ago. And I was still pretty strong a year ago. So I'm 10 times stronger. And I'm spiritually way stronger. The biggest thing is, like with me, what they do is like, there's an area, I live in Norton Shores, Michigan. There's an area called Muskegon Heights. I have a lot of family and friends, people I grew up with that live in the Heights. And there's like, sometimes, man, they'll have like, somehow they know I'm into like, really good-looking, light-skinned black girls. And somehow they've done it where they're able to pay women who fit that description to like come around me and stuff. But if I say something to them, they'll ignore me on purpose. And this is something they do because they know it agitates me. And so I had to find a way to break through it. And I'm beginning to learn that right now. I'm beginning to learn not to let a third party keep me disconnected from these people. And so what I do is I say, I'm famous. You didn't know I was famous? Why do you think they're telling you not to talk to me? And sometimes they're like, what, you're famous? And then I'll have a little flyer with my whole story about who I am, what happened, how I did interviews, all up in Hollywood, all that stuff. And I got my phone number on there. And so I tell her, don't let anybody keep us apart. Connect. There's a reason why I came into your life. Connect with me. And so I find a way to try to make it. You got to be creative. You got to be really creative if you're going to be gang stalked. Because these people are a reflection of yourself. Don't have a doubt. Erase all doubt that you have within you. It's challenging. It's challenging. The people who are orchestrating all this, they know you better than you know yourself a lot of the time. And so you're going to have to get used. It's like this. It's like I love watching Muhammad Ali fight, right? And Muhammad Ali, he would always out-endure his competition. He wasn't as strong as they were, and he couldn't hit as hard as they were and all that. He was fast, but he had to out-endure, like the rumble in the jungle. He out-endured George Foreman. The rope-a-dope, how he had to absorb the punches and all that, and learn from him and stuff like that. Then he came back, pow, pow, set him up. Then he came back, set him up. You got to out-endure these people. Same thing with the Thrilla in Manila. Remember the third fight with George Frazier. He out-endured Joe Frazier. He out-endured Joe Frazier. And so this is what you're going to have to learn about. You're going to have to learn how to out-endure these people. You're going to have to learn how to become more of yourself. It's not about changing who you are and becoming different. It's about becoming more of yourself. If you're worried about your phone being tapped or worried about somebody following you into a store or everybody looking at you and stuff like that, you got to learn how to overachieve that, overcome that. I'm telling you, I'm the only person I know who does it as easy as I do it. I've been looking at a lot of people on the internet. There's some people that's been having to do it for like 5 years, and they always seem all scared and stuff when they talk about it. Man, you just gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing through it. It's really nothing. It's nothing. I'm an expert on it. I'm an expert on it because I lived it. I've been living it a high degree, not a low degree. I'm talking about a high degree. The gang stalking stuff on me, the reason why it happened to me and all that, it's a big story, and it's just a big thing where a lot of money's been spent and everything like that. You got people, my neighbors and pretty much everybody I live by is some way involved in it. They all play a part in it and stuff like that. This is what happens to your life, and you gotta outshake it. Like if I see somebody, if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. If I see somebody who's gang stalking or whatever like that, I don't hate it on my wave and I talk on it. I try to give them a flyer. I try to tell them about my story of glory and tell them what happened to me. And so that way, you never know, what I mean? Get these people familiar with you. If somebody's following you, so what? Connect with them. Give them a flyer. I got some flyers up. I pass out flyers to people, and I do it everywhere. I go to good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods, rich neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods. You can beat this. I mean, the only way to beat it is you got to completely integrate it and accept it for what it is. And there's people who are in the gang stalking stuff, people high up in the gang stalking stuff. When I say high up, I'm talking about like over in Washington, D.C., in the private private security sector and all that stuff. They can look at me and tell that they're living a more uncomfortable life than me. And that's what gets them. A lot of these people, I can see it in their eyes. A lot of these people, some of the older people who've been running some of these programs, stuff like that. There's two different groups for me. No, there's about three different groups for me. There's the people that I personally got into it with that are going to be higher up than all the gang stalking stuff combined. Not the CIA, the people who run the CIA. Those type of people I got into it with. And so me and them got a personal thing. Then there's the gang stalking people. Then there's other types of stuff going on that I'm not as familiar with. I'm becoming more familiar with. And so they can look at me and tell that I function good in reality, and that aggravates them. And so what I want people to do is to become more familiar with your surroundings, to become more familiar with trying to integrate this lifestyle. And that's how you move past it, is you integrate it.